Megan Batou!
That's me, brother.
Let's pop a bottle, huh?
Okay.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Let's pop a bottle because, first of all, we're celebrating life.
I love that for us.
But also we're celebrating other things without getting too specific.
Specific.
But I felt like it was a call for celebration. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
One, because why not?
Because why not?
Do you, now, I know you're filming this. Do you want this to look great?
No. Well.
Do you want, is it?
I always want it to look
Is it
great.
a moment?
I mean, yes.
Okay, well then I won't cover it.
Don't cover it.
I won't. Okay. Celebration!
Celebration! Woo!
Wow. I mean, if we talking about no spill, no accidents, bing, bang, boom, bitch.
You've done this before.
I guess so, man.
Skirt.
Pouring a little, just having a little morning mimosas, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
To celebrate life and other things. As I've said, man, this year for me, well, I don't know if I said this to you. You know, you go into every new year feeling like, hell yeah, brother, the new year.
Yes.
You're very hyped, you know? And then, not gonna lie, Q1, January to March, was a little shaky.
For everyone.
For everyone, yeah? But even like specifically for me, I was like,
Oh, really?
I was kind of like, like it wasn't, I never feel like, oh man, this shit sucks. But it was a little like, oh, this is a little, not my favorite things have kind of happened. And I went into, but then I was like, but April, Thai New Year, TLC New Year, Thai, Lao, Cambodian New Year. I feel like I'm going to start with them. We did talk about this.
Yes,
I'm going to start in April.
Totally.
And April's upswing.
Totally.
Man. Yeah. Shit's kind of like making a nice pivot for Q2.
Yeah.
And I think let's just have a little celebratory champagne. Checking in. High-Low-Stinky-Hose.
High-Low-Stinky-Hose. High. Well, one of the reasons that we are celebrating is we have something in the works. So that is a high because as you were saying, Q1 was looking pretty terrible for me in the financial department. Because I basically stopped working because I was like, I can't go on this way. And I feel like, thank you.
You're welcome. This is a Arizona mucho mango for these mimosas.
I love a mango mimosa.
Hey man, let's go. Cheers.
Yeah. So I'm getting back to the grind. Sip, sip, sip.
You need more juice? You good?
Lovely. Thank you.
I think that's great.
That's great.
Refreshing. Okay.
Yes, but it's like it feels like Q1 was like training wheels, and then Q2 was tricycle. Maybe April we get a bike.
We on a tricycle right now? Yeah.
Yeah. May, it feels like May. Today is May.
Today is May.
Today is May 1st.
Yes. Shout out to Justin Timberlake. Yeah.
Shout out. Shout out. Did I tell you that I wrote a letter to Justin Timberlake when I was young and my mom didn't let me send it?
You've never told me that.
I think I wrote like a happy birthday letter and she was like, don't.
When's his birthday?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. I was like, oh, does she know his birthday?
I pull the curtain. I have like a whole shrine to him. Not know.
But yeah, tricycles. We ready for the for the two-wheeler.
Yeah, two-wheeler. Then May we get a bike. The next month we get like gear switches, like more gears.
Dang.
The next, maybe a motorcycle.
Okay.
This is like the energy of the year for our transportation. We get momentum.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the year, when winter hits, then
full-on wheelchair. Motorized wheelchair.
Jet ski.
Let's go.
Jet ski, because now you're chilling.
Yes, we're floating, Dad.
We're floating because we've done the hard work and it's holidays.
Yes,
and we can rest and recuperate and recover.
Hell yeah. We're just having fun over the turbulent waves,
That's
you know?
Right.
I love it. I'm hyped and I'm feeling good. Your low?
My low, I've had like a lot of really dense conversations, and I don't like that. I'd prefer not dense.
I agree. Yeah.
But I'm just like having to like deal with like heavy like business things, which is annoying. But you know, speaking of sinners, we were just talking about this before we started. There was one line in the movie that I really loved. One character asks the other how they're doing, and they said, "No misery is worth complaining about." And I was like, because I feel like I can complain. I can easily complain. I could probably complain about anything if you gave me a topic.
You can, as a people, we can always complain. I
Totally.
try not to.
Yeah, I think I'm done with it. I saw a comment on the last episode, and they're like, "She's always complaining about something." I'm like, okay. So anyway, thank you for your feedback. You're making me a better person.
You know what? Sometimes there are those comments that you realize this person's not talking shit. Maybe they're making a valid statement, right? Like that comment I read that I shared with you where they said, you know what? If Tim really wanted to do it, he would have written the script by now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? I don't agree.
Yeah.
But I see how that comes off. And I do need to stop bullshitting. You're completely right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm in my own way, and that's all it is, you know? I know. Yeah. High-Low-Stinky-H. My immediate high is today. I was driving, and, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the Tesla drivers out here, they're going out of their way to make sure people know they don't fuck with Elon Musk.
Yeah, they have it like on the bumper sticker being like, "I bought this before I knew," or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw one that I was confused at first because I thought it said, "Eat a kElon." And I was like a marathon? Like you're eating dicks in a marathon? And
for 24.2 hours?
Like that's so many dicks.
26.2 hours.
That's like so many dicks to eat. And then I realized it was eat a dick Elon.
Oh.
But there was no spaces, no fucking direct address comma.
Right.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because people forget that direct address comma is really important. And I was like, ooh, eat a dick Elon. Who's driving that car,
Eat a
right?
Elon.
But then I realized, oh, eat a dick Elon. I get it. And that just made me chuckle. That's my chuckle of the day. It was great.
You get one chuckle per day.
That's all I'm allowed in the universe.
Okay.
But other than that,
what about a low?
A low, you know what? Not heavy conversations, but I was randomly feeling a little like, you know, as a man, you kind of randomly get emotional, just like everyone does, except for, you know, the immediate response from people will be like, "Oh, are you on your man period?" And it's kind of like, well, we get sad too.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
You know? The immediate shit is like, what's wrong with you? You on your period or something? And it's like, okay, all right, you're allowed. Yes, you have a biological excuse for your emotions, but like also we randomly feel things, you know?
Totally.
And Chia said something. She was just joking around, and that's fine. But I was like, well, sorry for being emotional, God. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling emotional right now. I don't know why, you know?
Totally.
And so for some reason last week, I don't know if I was tired or I was just like feeling just frustrated with myself about like the script or whatever was going on. I was just feeling like out of it. I was like a little down one day, but you know, it came and it went. I was fine.
Well, let's talk about how it came and went. Do you just allow yourself to feel it, or are you like, no, I shouldn't feel this?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think nowadays more so than when I was younger. I think fatherhood and just family life, I'm more so like I am gonna let myself feel this a little more because I should. Like I like when I'm dealing with other people and like I have to be this kind of like rock for my family. I don't want to be in a situation where I've pent something up for too long and I don't want to blow up. You feel me? Like when I'm by myself, when I was living alone for however many years, only child and shit my whole life, I'm used to processing my emotions by myself and that was fine, right? Because I'm on my own time and I can be just quiet for fucking 2 days if I need to, just living alone, not talking to anybody. I don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a father and you're a husband and you're constantly interacting, playing, having to be a support system, I don't ever want to get to a point where I'm bottling everything and then I'm afraid of like blowing up. So if I'm feeling a low, I let myself sit in it for a little bit. You know, if I can have a moment to sit in it, process it, I'll tell Chia, I just need a second, whatever. You know
and
what I'm
then where
saying?
do you go once you tell her that?
Man, sometimes it's even like just when I'm alone at like a couple hours when everyone goes to sleep, instead of working, I just will do nothing, you know, and just kind of like let myself process and kind of like think about like, okay, what the fuck is the deal? Why are you feeling like this? And then it's like, if it's nothing, then I can be like, just take a deep breath. You're okay. Have a drink. Chill out, you know? And then I'm usually fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know it could be nice if you guys had like a period pass where it's like you're allowed to feel your feelings, and if it seems overwhelming, then it's like period pass. And then you're like, all right.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. So that would be my high-low stinky hoe situation. But overall, man, I'm good. I'm great. You know, I got my haircut yesterday.
Oh my God.
Got my haircut.
I'm so happy for you.
Heading to Vegas this weekend.
For stand-up.
We're doing some stand-up shows, but like here's the thing. I wouldn't normally, like last year when we did this, I told PD Flow, because he's the kind of one that he has been interacting with the Jimmy Kimmel Theater that got us this deal. They did 2 days last year as well. They do 2 nights Friday. No, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, okay?
Okay.
Last year I told him, hey man, I'm not trying to be gone the whole weekend because Veda had just started school and I wanted to be home. It was literally her first week of school ever. And I didn't want to be gone Friday night when it was like her first week was over. I wanted to be there for her, right?
I love that.
I want to be there, you know, especially if I have the option.
I know you do. I really fuck with that.
Thanks.
I feel like there's a lot of people that don't really have that quality.
That's
and it's really important.
And, you know, especially like doing what we do. If I can be there, I will be there, you know? So now she's been in school almost a year. Peter's like, hey man, we're doing the shows again. Can I get you for both nights? And I'm like, and I was iffy. But this fool also is getting married on the Sunday. So he's like, I'm doing a Vegas wedding. I feel like he did that just so I do all the shows.
Yeah.
So now Friday night, 2 shows. Saturday night, 2 shows. Sunday night, this fool's getting married. He's doing an Elvis wedding. There's a whole 70s theme. So I'm like, fuck, fine. 3 nights in Vegas away from my children.
Whoa.
But I'm gonna, you know, try and make the most out of it, have some fun. So
whoa.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Vegas. My hair is cut. My skin is clear. Feeling good. Yeah. So yeah, man. May feels nice.
Okay. Do you feel ready for the shows?
Here's the thing. I haven't uploaded any of my bits from my stand-up. I feel like I have like a solid 10 to 15 minutes. I haven't uploaded any of it just in case I want to punch these jokes up and reuse them.
Yeah.
And I haven't. And I was telling people when I was like on No Chaser, I was like, hey guys, if you come to Vegas, you're going to hear the same jokes, but a little better.
Yeah.
If you came last year. So, but I'm going to spend this day going over everything and just kind of mentally going into it and, you know, having a loose 80% preparation.
Totally.
Just kind of having fun, fucking around.
I know. I feel like the having fun fucking around part is so important. I remember I did like a guest spot on another stand-ups show, friend of mine, and we were talking about it, and he was like, you're so much better when you don't prepare, when you don't try. And it's so true, because like I remember I was telling somebody yesterday that like when I first started my YouTube channel, I was so insecure with me being enough that I remember I was standing and for more energy. Yeah. And then I was like yelling at the camera because I was like, I need people to be like into it and like excited. And I would like have full makeup, lashes, red lips, like I was going on an audition or something. Yeah. And I was just like, it was so much.
Right.
Even right now, I'm like trying to edit this thing. I guess it's kind of like a YouTube video hybrid short film documentary, vlogumentary thing.
Fire, yeah.
So I'm just like compiling a ton of old footage. And I'm just like scrubbing through years and years of me just like trying too hard.
I mean, look, I understand. I tell you this, I still kind of do this.
Same.
If I'm doing a straight to camera video, mind you only see the top half of me.
Yeah.
I take a full shower.
Okay.
I get dressed. Well, I take a full shower. I do everything. I still don't put on pants, but I fully prepare.
Do you not put on pants so that you could be more chill, but then you look fine, or is it you just comfortable? Like sometimes.
Just both.
Oh, just both.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm like really nervous and I'm meeting with an executive or something on Zoom, I'll wear sweatpants and like slippers.
For what reason?
Comfort and make me feel like not as. But then some days I'll wear like thigh-high boots with a kitten heel. Like, it really depends on
Yeah.
like how I want to show up.
What's a kitten heel?
A kitten heel, just a little baby heel.
Oh, okay. I've done like when I was live streaming a lot on like, I don't know if you remember like fucking Blog TV or whatever, like just different live streaming shits.
Okay.
I would be like, sometimes I'd be in the middle of my hour and I'd be like, all right, y'all, I gotta go pee. I'm warning you, I'm not wearing any pants.
Oh my
So
God.
I'd have to prep everybody. Hold on a second. And I'd get up and then I'd just be in my underwear. And then everyone would laugh and donate $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guess you got to get back on Blog TV.
Nah.
Just get a quick $1 million.
You know what, man? You ever consider like live being a streamer?
I was thinking about this the other day because I love Beat Saber so much.
What is that?
Beat Saber?
What's
It's
that?
a VR game that's like Guitar Hero.
Oh,
But
okay.
instead of a guitar, you have 2 wands.
Okay.
And then you have to hit these blocks that are coming at you with little arrows. And so you have to hit them at the arrow that it's going.
Okay.
It's very hard and very fun.
All right.
And also when you hit it, it kind of vibrates. So
Oh.
like it's a whole body thing.
All right.
I love Beat Saber so much, but I was like thinking about streaming and I was like, oh, I could do like Rock Band, the drums. I could play Beat Saber and do live streaming. So I have thought about it before.
I debated doing a Minesweeper Mondays live stream. Where I'm just playing
Minesweeper. Wait, but that's so boring, right?
Yeah.
But you're not, so that's fun.
Yeah, because
Cool.
I love Minesweeper.
Wait, how do you play that?
I'll show you. I'll show you off. I feel like explaining it.
yeah.
Like this is a little difficult.
Sure.
When you tap a box
Yes.
and you see a number,
Yes.
that number tells you how many bombs that square is touching.
Right, okay.
So if it's a 2, that square is touching 2 bombs.
Is there a strategy or you're just like, oh, I'm guessing that it's this one?
Your first hit is a guess, your first little tap. And then after that, there's a strategy. It's all just kind of like numbers, which one. And there are points for me, I don't know if like the pro Minesweeper guys, but like there are points where you kind of have to guess, is it this one or this one or this one or this one? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a little chancy. But man, that's my shit.
Cool. Wait, here's an idea.
Yeah.
What if, no, I was gonna say one of my faults, but I'm like, nah, the fault that I have is never executing any of these ideas. But here's an idea that could be fun.
Yeah.
What if there was one channel, one gaming channel of like OG YouTubers and you were like Minesweeper Mondays and I was like Beat Saber Tuesdays.
Dang.
And like Ryan Higa was like,
Brian Higa was like Game Boy Gridays.
yeah. And Smosh is like, oh gosh, what's another game?
I don't know. Tetris Tatterdays.
Tetris. Well, you could have just said Tetris Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, there's that. There's that. Yeah, facts.
Tetris Saturdays.
But then you have to share money with all these people.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
oh.
the network would like whatever it would be under one
I mean,
channel.
I'm always thinking about shit like that, where I'm like, if I ever retired from YouTube content and also retired from trying to be like a real entertainer, like maybe I would fucking start an independent record label or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like connected enough to people and I
Right.
have enough I know enough people and I also kind of have like enough motion to like put some people on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, I'm always thinking, or be like a showrunner.
I know.
Because
I know.
we're so used to producing our own content.
I
I feel like we
know.
would kill shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like our YouTube channels now are independent media companies.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. But what I think is really cool about traditional media and like us is like we have the opportunity to make something actually like work
Mhm.
because of our knowledge and like reach in the community.
Mhm.
And I think that's what is a bad thing sometimes with like traditional media and like PR. It's
Mhm.
like, yeah, you can go on a bunch of shows and get awareness, but like, do people care about you? Do people care about like the journey of these people that we've invested in?
Mhm.
And so like the more that we do a good job like promoting our next projects on TV, like that, it's up to us for it to be successful.
Yeah, and I think traditional media is they realize that now. I mean, that's why you have like celebrities having like whole fucking YouTube channels and Instagram accounts. Like Will Smith is a whole fucking influencer now.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying? Like,
I know. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh, oh.
What is
That
that?
sounded like the gorillas.
Oh my
He's like,
Well, I'm gonna pour myself another drink and then we're gonna take some questions, huh? Oh, okay. I am caffeinated from the morning. I am a little champagned from the later morning, and I'm ready to answer some questions.
let's get it, brother.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Friend friction.
With a hard F.
Mm-hmm.
Friend friction.
Hi, Megan and Tim. Love you both. Love the puns. Here's the question. If you don't want to be friends with someone anymore, would you ghost them, or would you want to say your side and say why you don't want to be friends anymore and possibly fix that friendship? Or here's just my side. I'm done with this friendship. What would you guys do? Thanks.
Have you ever had a friend breakup before?
I can't say that I've had a friend breakup because, you know, I keep such a tight-knit group of friends.
Mhm.
And also I feel like people that I'm annoyed with to the point where I am even debating a friend breakup, I'm like,
You're out of there.
I'm out of there. Do I care enough to do a whole ass breakup?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Because it's like, if I'm even at that point, because it's not like a relationship. It
Well-
is, but it's not. Because, you know, okay, so I will say this. I do feel like when you want to maintain a friendship that you care about, you need to prioritize it in the same way that you would a girlfriend, boyfriend, or if you're gay, a girlfriend, boyfriend, relationship, right?
I love it.
But when you have like lots of friends
Mhm.
and it's time to break up, I don't know. I either need more context because I can't exactly relate to this question.
I know. I wish we could dial back. We got to figure that out somehow. It's like we need to be able to call people back.
I know, right? Imagine people just getting texts. So what did you mean by this? This is Megan, by the way.
That has to be a possibility. There's got to be there. I've seen like debt shows and like people call in and they're like, "This is how you get out of debt."
For sure. I mean, I'm sure there's a thing we could set up. Yeah. Because
figure it out.
I need context. I need to know, like, how long you've been friends with this person. What is the issue?
I know.
Because if it's like a new friend, like, I don't know, a fucking coworker or a friend, and you know, girls, y'all become best friends overnight. So it's
That's
like,
true.
what is the issue
What is
here?
the issue?
How about you, Batoon? Can you speak to this? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some moments where I was like very close to someone, and there's that saying that's like people come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes with friends, like your paths cross because you're in a similar situation or
Yeah.
you're in a similar part of life, and then you grow apart, and then maybe you come back together. But there's been some moments in my life where I've had to like step back from a friendship because there was friction. Maybe I was feeling something, they were feeling something, it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever ghosted anyone forever. Like sometimes I will say sometimes that I get overwhelmed and I will like retreat, and that's my kind of like coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that the people on the receiving end can be like, did you just fall off the face of the earth? But I'll always come back once I get my mind right. But I think that like, yeah, it really depends on if you want to keep this friendship, because if you do, then of course you need to talk about it, because then
Yeah.
I've had deep conversations or dense conversations with some of my best friends that like made us closer because we talked about it.
Oh, and like resolved your issues and talked through them and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Okay, I will say this, right? Now that we've like kind of talked about it, I do feel like I've had a friend that I would call a close friend, and then the consensus with the mutual homies was like, this guy never grew up. And it kind of got to a point where when he would reach out, we're all kind of like, he's still doing the same shit, man. Like, and it
interesting.
and it wasn't appealing to anybody, you know? And it was like fine in doses, but I think we all kind of started to just ghost. and it was like, you know what, man, I don't think I got time. I can't make it out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this thing. And then it kind of and it sounds fucked up as I'm saying it. But I think eventually he realized, oh, okay, they're not fucking with me anymore. Cool, right?
I don't know if it sounds fucked up because it is like you are the combination of the 5 people that you keep around you. And if you have somebody around you that's not pushing you or enhancing you or your experience or your knowledge in any way, then it is like, and you don't want to be like, hey, I don't want to be around you because you're not growing.
Yeah.
Unless that's not your thing to say to someone. So it's like if he didn't want to change and he wanted to kind of stay stagnant in whatever he was doing, sick. I'm sure there's other people that would meld really well, and that's just not you. I actually don't think that that's bad.
Okay, well, thank you. And also, like, and I've had this conversation before with the homies, like, how do you tell somebody that is inherently, naturally annoying that you as a person, you are annoying? Like, because that conversation does nothing for anybody. You feel me?
Yeah.
If that is who you are as a person,
Right.
and your existence annoys me, like, you're not gonna change who you are as a person.
Right.
Because it's annoying to me.
Right, so I need to change my environment away from you.
I just need to get away.
Yeah.
Because you're happy being this.
Yes.
I'm not happy being around this. All right? So it's like, how do you even communicate? It's pointless.
Yeah, so you just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my vote here is ghost. I'm sorry. I think my vote here is to ghost.
Sure. I mean, I guess, yeah, it really depends on if you want to keep this friend in your life, but if not,
Yeah.
move on.
It sounds like not from this person.
It sounds like, here's another thing that I'm like kind of thinking, and this is just today's thought.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you say things and in the internet, it lasts forever. You can be like, I don't actually agree with that person from 3 years ago.
Facts.
Yeah. Ugh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I'm getting medicated for ADHD.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you going with?
The same thing. I'm just Adderall, but I just
Okay.
like it's out of stock, so now I'm just gonna forget all my stories. So sorry.
David just recently, while we were potting, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna give you a little dosage of my Adderall, see what it does for you as a person.
Yeah.
We haven't done that yet, but I don't know, man. You know what? The other day, I watched the YouTube, and I was laughing at myself because I clicked on this video that said, if you are easily distracted, watch this video, right? And this dude was talking. I'm like, get to the point. Who is this video for, bro? Because like, you lost me already. But I forced myself to lock in.
It was the pre-roll ad. It didn't even start yet. Went to the library to find The Great Gatsby. Ended up walking out with a book called Married to Distraction. Because I was like, that sounds interesting.
You went, oh. So I forced myself to watch this guy's video, and he kind of said, if you really like want to get what you want to do done, like just sit in a room with nothing. And he's like, if that sounds boring to you, it won't be boring because you'll end up just doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. So as far as like writing the script goes, I know I'm gonna really stop trying to talk about it so much, but this helps me. Y'all keeping me accountable helps me. Sometimes
Does it?
Yes, it does. I told them,
Okay.
fucking call me out on my shit. Like I told everybody. Because
Okay.
sometimes I'll post a picture of like a hot dog and people are like, hey, that's great, Tim, but where's the script? I'm like, thank you. So
The next thing you post is a hot dog bun, but with paper in it. I'm like,
the script is etched into the meat. But I recently, Batoon, check this out. Here's what I did. I told Chia, I was like, baby, let me do this. Veda was at school. I booked a fucking WeWork. Are you familiar?
Yes.
I booked a WeWork office near the house, near Veda's school, and I literally dropped Veda off, sat there from like 9 to 2 on my laptop, and I got there, I signed in, I was like, you know what? Don't give me the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah. And I sat on that fucking laptop and I wrote my fucking script. I got like 6 pages done.
Let's go,
I
King.
felt so accomplished.
okay.
Yeah, it was great. And I was like, and I told Chia, thank you so much. She actually had a hair appointment that day, and we were supposed to do some other shit. But Q ended up, he wasn't sick, but we thought he might have been sick. So Chia was like, you know what? What are you doing that day? You might have to stay home. I was like, ugh, I was so, because I was ready to work.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what?
That's great.
She's like, you know what? I'll cancel my hair appointment. I'll reschedule my hair appointment. She rescheduled a hair appointment for like 2 weeks later, like a week later. She stayed home with Q because we thought he might have been sick. She let me go work, and I actually got some shit done, and it was great. And I was like, baby, give me like a couple more weeks. If I can just do this like every couple days,
Right.
I'm gonna get this shit done, you know? And I'm like, oh, all right. We're going somewhere.
Yeah, it's so nice. I think the non-Wi-Fi is huge.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that the other day, and when I'm editing on my iMac, I'll just turn the Wi-Fi off, put my phone away, do not disturb, and it's like, here I am. I think that's so important. When I was dancing a lot, I was like, I want to like finish a piece of choreography. I would book a studio for 2 hours. It was like, whatever I come out with, that's it for the day. And I don't have to like edit it. I can just like, I'll go again and fine tune it, but like just go and do it.
Yeah. Next question. Hello? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Hey Tim, hey Megan. I wanted to ask, how do you get over, or just how do you stop comparing yourself to other people? Growing up, I'm Filipino American, so it's very common, for that to happen, not just with my parents, but just a lot of my extended family, where well, this person's doing this and this person's doing that. And so it's definitely leaked into my adult life. And I would say I've grown out of it a lot, but I'm not fully out of it. I don't think I'll ever be fully out of it, but just any tips or guidance you have in terms of not allowing comparison to hinder your growth as a person or even just as a creative in general. Thanks in advance. Love you guys. Bye.
Well, they say comparison is the thief of joy, right?
They do say that.
They do say that.
It's true.
It is true.
Man, what a waste of energy. And I do it all the time, and I have to like catch myself.
Yeah.
Do you catch yourself comparing?
Yes, and I think if she's talking about being a creative, right, and a creator person, I do think there's a healthy dose of comparison that you can do. Where, and I'll say this, right, whenever people ask me like, how do I consistently keep doing shit? It's because I'm surrounded by people who are also doing shit, right? All my homies are pretty much in the same field as me. They don't think what I'm doing is silly. We're all kind of after the same shit. So, like me and Eric, Super Ego specifically, when I see him killing it, I'm like, hell yeah. Let me make sure I'm keeping up with Eric. I'm like, he's killing it. We've been grinding this at the same amount of time. He's killing it. I gotta be on my shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I try to maintain the line between like, well, I'll see, I don't know, fucking King Batch, who, arguably, as far as social media goes, is killing it the most as far as someone who's crossed over, does films, does other shit, right? And I'm like, there's the line between he's killing it, I need to keep working to be on his level, and the line between like, he's doing so much better than me, and being like bitter about it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I think there's something good in being inspired by other people around you and not being like jealous of other people around you. I think that's the line,
Yeah. I think a mindset switch that I heard a couple years ago that really helped was if you think of somebody that you look up to or somebody that's crushing it, like a King Batch, instead of being like, why does he get it and I don't? It's like, how did he get there and how can I?
Yeah, totally. So I think and that's what it is. It's like, it's never, you can't be like, what is this person doing that I'm like, or what does this person have that I don't have? Is what is this person doing that I'm not doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because then it's like, they say comparison is the thief of joy, and they also say comfort is the enemy of progress, or whatever it is.
Ooh.
Right? So it's like, and I always feel like I worked the hardest when I was like just fucking broke and hungry, So when I started making a little bit of money and I got comfortable, I was like, I got lazy, So I try to get back into that mindset of like, let's get motivated again. And sometimes that's what gets me motivated is seeing people that are doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? Be like, and not that I'm like jealous, but I'm like, yes, I need to get back on my shit. Right? And I think, yeah, as long as you're not like a hater about it, there's a healthy way to do it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I kind of am going through that right now, like the feeling the pressure of the grind because I stopped uploading and I stopped, being forward facing in entertainment for quite some time. And now that I'm like, oh yeah, I should like upload YouTube videos. Now I'm like scared to upload the same type of content that I used to because I feel like I'm a different person and I want it to be artistically elevated. I want it to be storytelling and cinematic. And it's just like, is that getting in the way of me posting anything? Because I'm like, this has got to be great.
I don't think so. I think you should embrace everything you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that it is completely different. You should like show people like, hey, this is how much I've grown and this is why I'm doing this. And, like, because like you said, we are in a special place where people fuck with us. Not only like what we're doing, but why, but the why, you know what I'm saying? Like they fuck with you as a person. So I feel like you should show all that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, what was the question? Well, yeah, stop comparing. Look,
we'll never get anywhere together.
I think that's the thing too. I always make sure amongst the also pressure of feeling like I have to continuously grind.
Yeah.
I always take a second to stop and pat myself on the back and be like, you've done this. Also, hey, cheerleader for yourself, pat yourself on the back, look at what you've done, have that balance of, hey, good job. Now, if you want more, get back to work.
Right. I wonder if there's another way. I'm thinking of ways to stop because as people, we just compare ourselves naturally. And so I wonder if you can notice that it's happening and then ask yourself instead of like, why does this person have it? How can I have it? But then also, if you want to compare anything, compare yourself today to who you were a couple years ago.
Fire.
And then you can pat yourself on the back to be like, oh, I handled that in a completely more mature way than I used to because I've grown and because I've understood myself more. And then you'll feel probably better about yourself.
Or you can look, yeah, exactly. Yeah. See how much you've grown as a person, for sure. And I'm trying to think of like, outside of being a creator, comparing yourself to other people, right? Like, let's say this girl was asking about, like she's saying she's grown up Filipino, so I don't know, maybe her mom was being like, oh, why are you so bad compared to this person?
You've been around Filipinos, huh?
That's just Asian moms. That's just moms,
You're
I
looking
think.
fat. And then they're like, you're not gonna eat?
Yeah.
Like, what the
I know. My mom is really good at being like, your face is getting big. Your face is so big right now.
Anyway, where's your plate?
Anyways, get seconds and thirds of this
Totally.
amazing food I just ate. Yeah, you know what? I think, as far as comparing yourself to other people, I've always told myself life is too short to worry about what other people are thinking about. Because, and this is very cliche, but there's only one you in the universe.
It's true.
There's only one you that can be you and do what you do and just be. So you gotta be as you can be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you gotta find the thing that makes you special and put salt on it.
All this and the fucking
You, like,
garlic
enhance it.
powder and everything.
Yeah.
Take that shit next level because there's only you that can be you. So like love that shit and like just be unapologetically you. You know what I'm saying? Because like even if this bitch across the way has better eyebrows or whatever, it's like she ain't you.
She ain't you.
She ain't you, man.
I feel that.
I tell everybody in my life, you should thank your lucky stars you ever met me. There's no one like me. You'll never meet someone like me.
I fuck with that heavy. I love
You're
that.
welcome.
You're welcome that I'm in your presence. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
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 All right, let's hit one last. What if I made both of those?
Wow, you'll never do that.
Zach King.
Zach King. This here. Guess what, Batoon? Guess what this says? We're gonna mind meld this whole phrase.
Okay.
How about this? Let's charades this shit. Ready?
Okay. I make everything a game. You have to.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4 words. Back and forth. Back and forth. Breakups. Woo! Well, I did write that.
Slight advantage, but still.
Yeah. I did write that a few weeks ago, but you did a great job.
Thank you. Well, for the next episode, we'll do the reverse order because I didn't write any of those.
That'll be fun.
I'll have no idea. Cool. Back and forth break prop.
Yeah, so my girlfriend just broke up with me. We were together for a year, and these past couple months, she's been kind of going back and forth of us being in a relationship and us not being in one, but then she wants to spend Valentine's Day with me. And we just had a nice date to the Love Museum, and out of the blue, she just didn't want to try anymore. She wanted to like see other people. So she broke up, and she said she still has feelings for me. I see her listening to Justin Timberlake, which is my favorite artist, and Hoobastank, which I'm assuming maybe she regrets hurting me. So I wasn't sure if like maybe she might want to try again and get back together and try to work things out. What do you guys think?
This is so sweet about seeing what she's listening to.
How
You
did-
sound so sweet. This girl doesn't deserve you. Bye.
How did he see? How?
You can see on Spotify who people are listening to.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone and everything is trackable. Welcome to the world. That's what they tell babies now. As soon as they pop out of the cooch, they go,
Yeah.
"You'll never be off the grid."
Yeah, guess what? No privacy ever. Wow, full circle Justin Timberlake moment.
I know.
Cry me a river, man.
Cry me a river. Here's my initial thing.
Mhm.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, manipulative for sure. Here's my initial thought right off the bat.
Mhm.
And this might just be me painting a like ridiculous scenario in my head. Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the fact that she was like kind of stringing him along and then randomly was like, hey, you know what, never mind.
Yeah.
I feel like she was just kind of like lonely until she met somebody.
Yeah, placeholder boyfriend.
Placeholder and then was like, okay, never mind.
Right.
I met someone else. Cool. We
Yeah.
don't have to hang out anymore.
Right.
Which is not nice.
It's not nice. And
It hooba stanks.
who was stinks. That's Justin Timberlake. I don't like it. I think that if you go back and forth, that feels what?
I'm still laughing at Justin Timberlake.
Thank you so much. We can keep going if you want.
Okay. Well, okay. Keep talking. I'll just be thinking of puns while you're
Keep talking. I just won't listen to a
I'm
word
just
you're
gonna
saying.
zone out. Yeah.
I think if you're going
She's
back,
playing Chris Kirkpatrick's on you, dude.
oh goodness. Who else? Joey Fatone. Who else was there?
Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
JC Chazé.
Shazay. JC Shazay. Bye to this guy. Girl.
Bye.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the other one? JC Chazé, Lance Bass. Oh, yeah. Look, man, you Joey Fat One in this scenario, okay?
Oh, nice.
Because some people call him Joey Fat One because he.
No, I know.
Okay.
Because he was.
He's the fat one. Cool. Continue.
Yeah, I think that there is a saying that's like if he's interested. I'm saying this because I've seen it on TikTok, but it could go both ways. Like if she's interested, you'll know. Is that true? Because I know it's kind of like playing games over here, but I feel like if he's interested, you'll know. If you're confused, that's your answer. Like, do you know when a girl is interested, even if you're the one that is reaching out because she'll be reciprocal or maybe the energy?
I feel like I've been confused until I wasn't. Let's talk about my ex, right?
Yeah.
When I was working with her at California Pizza Kitchen, I was very confused. I thought that I had a chance. Well, I always assume I have a chance, okay? I go into every, like when I was single, I was like, there's no such thing as a girl being out of my league. I will pull her into my league, okay? And so there, and you know, when I was like flirting and trying, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this girl. And it wasn't until I was like, I'm over it. And I was like, okay, she's not feeling me. And I started flirting with like other people. And she noticed that is when she was like, wait a second. I missed this. Why is he over there? And then, because then I was like, oh, she's not feeling me. But then when I stopped giving her the attention is when she reciprocated.
Right.
You know what they say, you know? Treat girls like dirt and they'll stick like mud, you know?
Is that what they say?
I heard that when I was 8 years old. My dad was listening to a talk radio and I heard it. And I say it jokingly.
That's because you guys waterboard us and drown us. Now we turn into mud. That's the only way you get us to stick.
Hey.
Drown us.
I don't believe in the joke I just said. I
don't believe in the joke. I just have it tattooed on my chest.
But, you know, hey, has it happened in real life?
I know.
But yeah, it was, you know, and that's the situation where I was confused until I wasn't. And then it was like, oh, okay, now that I've kind of pulled back, now she's showing me what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say,
it's an energy. I can see your brain being like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Thank you. Go ahead and say whatever you're thinking right now because
Yeah, let me
I
bail
have no
you out of
I have no
jail.
point. I have no point. Go ahead.
Shit, well now I forgot. You guys, help us. Oh my God.
Bottom line, this man was being manipulated by his ex.
Yes.
She had no intentions of staying with him. She was just entertaining him because she was bored.
Yeah, that is the bottom line. And I do think when you take back your energy, then it is a push and pull dynamic. It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as you're away, then she's gonna be like, oh no.
Yeah, and fuck
but
that.
Don't take her back the next time. It feels like if you're looking at what she is listening to, you already like her more than she likes you. And that sucks.
Yeah. Here's what you do. Make her a playlist of fuck you songs. No. Too much effort.
Yeah, too much effort. This girl doesn't mean anything. Bye.
Yeah. Be out, bro. Be out. Be done with it. She's not feeling you like that. Fuck the Hoobastank shit. Fuck the Justin Timberlake shit. The fact that you guys hung out and then she randomly was like, hey, you know what? Never mind. She's playing games. Quit playing games with his heart.
That's right.
If we're gonna switch.
That's a Backstreet Boys song.
I know.
But
I'm aware.
I just needed to call it out.
I'm aware. And you just need to AJ McLean yourself of this situation.
Nice.
I don't know anyone else's last names in Backstreet Boys. I was more of an NSYNC guy.
Same,
Okay.
as you should be.
Wash your hands of this woman. She's playing games. So just move on.
Ooh, love that.
The end.
I feel like that was one of our most like specifically we're not fucking with this person question.
Yeah. You have to deal with this before you realize it and learn this lesson where you're hanging on because you really, really want it, but this person is just kind of like dangling it in front of you. And it's like, it's fucked up, you know? And I've been there where I let myself like deal with just silliness that I didn't need to be dealing with.
I know.
And then
because you wanted something so badly.
I wanted it so bad.
I know.
And then you realize afterwards, I'm like, man, I didn't need to do all. I didn't deserve that.
I know.
You know?
I know. I think in those moments it's nice to be like, oh, what is this person making me feel? What is it about them that I want so much? And how can I give that to myself? Kind of like always taking it and putting it back on yourself because it's like, it's never about the person. It's about what they make you feel, how you like, there's so much more than this person.
And you know what? Maybe she's just a sweet, sweet butt. Because that's a big part of mine too. It was like
Big sweet butts?
Jessica, you know, she was curly hair, big butt, and I was very infatuated and enamored and just like into it. And then she just was just not nice to me.
Ew.
Yeah. I mean, she was nice, but she was just playing games, you know?
I mean, I guess it has to happen to the best of us.
And like I said earlier, I am the best
Of us.
You should just be grateful.
Like, You should date me. This guy.
Everybody should date me at some point in their life, all right? So I can lead you on and just break your heart, all right? Well,
I think we did it.
I think
I can't move very much because this jumpsuit was from a few years ago.
Please, you look great.
Twice.
Well, guys, where can they leave us questions again, Megan Mattoon?
At speakpipe.com/thanks for tipping.
Megan Mattoon, thanks for tipping.
Tim, thanks for tipping.
And thank you all for watching and tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.